St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace is a Greater Public Schools private, Catholic, day school for boys only, located in Spring Hill, an inner suburb of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Founded on July 5, 1875 by three Irish Christian brothers, the college follows the Edmund Rice tradition, and currently caters for about 1,436 students from years 5 to 12. St Joseph's College is affiliated with the Association of Heads of Independent Schools of Australia, the Combined Independent Colleges, and is a founding member of the Great Public Schools Association Incorporated. An old boy, Hugh Lunn, wrote books about his life at St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace. The Battle of the Colours, Terrace was founded in 1875 as both a day school and a boarding school. The original colours for the school were navy blue and white, adopted from the congregational crest of the Christian Brothers. In 1891 the boarding school was moved to Nutgee and in time became what is now Nutgee College. The boarding school adopted colours of royal blue and white. The original Gregory Terrace navy and white rugby jersey was adopted by the Brothers Old Boys Rugby Club upon formation in 1905 and is still worn by them today. The schools both competed in the famous Butcher's stripes in different shades of blue until 1923 when it was suggested by the newly appointed Gregory Terrace headmaster, Brother Ridey, that, even though the Terrace navy blue was close to black, one of the schools changed their white to red for easier recognition on the rugby field. At the time the Christian Brothers were changing their motto and crest and Brother Ridey decided to change the Terrace colours to black and red at the same time the crest changed. There is an urban myth, popular at Nutgee College, that the colours were decided on the outcome of a rugby match. There is no evidence that the match ever took place, but the transition instigated by Brother Ridey is well documented in the archives of the school and the Christian Brothers congregation. The rivalry between the original school and the offshoot is legendary and no more so than at the annual GPS rugby match. The game attracts large crowds and is fiercely contested between the two schools. The myth of the Battle of the Colours adds to old-school tie passion that surrounds the traditional rivalry and the atmosphere of the day. 2011 Brisbane Floods. During the January floods, St Joseph's College, Gregory Terrace had their playing fields at Tennyson, inundated with toxic waste and water from the nearby Rockley Fruit Market. No sports were able to be played at Tennyson during the 2011 school year and a massive refurbishment and rebuild involved the canteen and boatshed. The iconic grandstand was destroyed. Soil and turf were removed and completely relaid due to foul nature of the debris. During 2011 Terrace played only one home game, at Brisbane Grammar Sports Ground, which were very kindly lent for the day. All other games were played at the opposing school's facilities. Tennyson reopened in 2012 and in 2014 is building a new grandstand and player facilities. Playing at Tennyson always sees team lift to another level, and rightly holds a special place in the hearts of Terratians. Academia. Terrace has produced a number of Rhodes Scholars over the past few years, most recently Ben Urito-Weech and Simon Quinn, and consistently has a high number of students receiving an overall position of 1. There were 25 OP1 students in 2010 and 23 OP1 students in 2011. The senior class of 2011 currently hold Terrace's personal record of the highest Queensland Core Skills Test results in Terrace's history. There were 20 OP1 students at the college in 2007, 22 OP1 students at the college in 2006 and 13 OP1 students at the college in 2005. This accounts for approximately 12% of the senior cohort, placing the school well above the state OP1 average of 4%. Extracurricular activities. GPS Premierships St Joseph's College's Queensland Great Public Schools Premierships include Rugby. Gregory Terrace has produced more Wallabies than any other school in Queensland and second in Australia, with 32 players having represented Australia. House system. There are 9 houses at Terrace: Barrett, Buckley, Kearney, Magee, Mahoney, Ridey, Tracy, Windsor and Xavier. Originally 6, 3 new houses were introduced at the beginning of the 2009 school year. Original houses Barrett House, after Br. James Barrett, the founding headmaster of the college, who arrived in Australia in 1871. Kearney House, after Br. James Kearney, who came to Australia in 1911, teaching and serving as headmaster in many schools. He was the author of the school song. Mahoney House, after the Mahoney family, including several Rhodes Scholars. Ridey House, after Br. Mark Ridey, who spent 23 years at Terrace, for 16 of which he was headmaster. Tracy House, after Br. Patrick Ambrose Tracy, who in charge of the three brothers who restarted the mission of the Christian Brothers in Australia in Melbourne in 1868. Windsor House, after the Windsor family. Dr. Henry Windsor. He became an eminent benefactor of Terrace when he arrived in Australia and provided the funds to build the original college pool. New houses Buckley House after Br. Barry Buckley, headmaster at Terrace from 1973 1981 and a past student 1951 to 1952. Br. Buckley is highly respected by the community for the significant contribution he made during his time as headmaster. Br. Buckley was made a member of the Order of Australia in the 2008 Australia Day Honours list for his contribution to education and the church. Magee House after Br. Ted Magee, headmaster at Terrace from 1990 to 1992. Although Branch Magee was only headmaster for 3 years, during that time he introduced the current house system that has become the hallmark of this community, unregistered trademark pastoral care system which supports the students. Xavier House to acknowledge the long history of the St. Francis Xavier province. Br. John Stanislaus Campbell was the first provincial head of St. Francis Xavier province. Notable alumni. See also, List of schools in Queensland, List of Christian Brothers schools. References. External links, official website Terrace's website, Terrace Rowing, Brothers Rugby Club History, Terrace Historical Imagery.